Excuse me, never fails. Hi, my name is Courtney, and I am very passionate about helping women with invisible illnesses realize that you can still lead a pretty healthy and active lifestyle. It's just not going to be the one you had envisioned for yourself, but time waits for no one. You better figure it the hell out. I tell you, I'm frustrated. I'm very freaking frustrated right now. And I usually have a really good attitude. I'm usually very positive, but things have been hard lately. Things have been more difficult than usual lately. And I'm at a complete loss. I don't know what the hell to do. I'm having problems with my employer, and I'm really freaking good at what I do. I'm amazing at what I do. I'm very involved at my place of employment. I go so far above and beyond. But at the end of the day, I'm a disabled employee, which is so funny. I don't see myself as somebody who's disabled. But because of my health situation, the federal government considers me disabled. I gotta tell y'all, that's a freaking weird mental space to be in because I'm very active and I exercise a lot, exercise every day. But because of my health circumstances, the fibromyalgia, the Hashimoto's, I'm considered disabled. I gotta tell y'all, it's a freaking weird headspace to be in because I'm really active. I'm super, I don't know how to put this. I'm very proactive. I exercise a lot. I exercise every day. In fact, today I have 14,000 steps in. I, I live in the most beautiful freaking neighborhood. I love where I live. I have this cute little tiny cottage, and I live in a really safe neighborhood. I went to the sheriff's office about a week or so after I moved in, and I'm like, okay, yeah, I moved in. I like to walk. I can't get a feel for this. How safe am I? And the lady was like, oh my gosh, you're in probably the safest neighborhood in the whole county. And that made me made me feel really good. It made me happy. But oh shit, what was my point? I don't know. No, it's I'm a happy person. I am. I look at the bright side on almost everything. I try to find the positive in pretty much anything life throws at me. But I got to tell you, dealing with health issues, it wears on you. Chronic pain eats at your soul. It just does. So anyway, anyway, 7 ways to support a loved one who deals with chronic illness. This information is from themighty.com. And the Mighty, boy, I'm in a weird mood, but I have a lot of very mixed feelings towards this website because, on one hand, it has a lot of really invaluable information. If you are dealing with health issues, if you've got a chronic illness and or a disability, the Mighty can be an incredible resource. But the flip side can also be really, really, really negative. Because if you get into the message boards, and I don't want to bag on anybody because I understand where they're at because I've been there. And sometimes when you're up to freaking hearing it and you hurt and everything's going wrong and you can't see a way out, it's so easy to get sucked into this really negative mindset. I try so hard not to go there. My experience with any support group, is that the right word? Are those the right words? I think so. But there's a lot of support groups out there. if you're dealing with chronic illness. And I remember when I was first diagnosed, I was like, oh my God, it's so nice to find people who can understand. And then it was like, oh my God, y'all are just negative damn Nellies. I can't deal with you. But there's a lot of good information on the Mighty. And I don't care what website you're dealing with. If you've got a lot of chronic health issues, just be cautious. Be aware of what you're reading. Be aware of what you're absorbing. Be aware of what you're taking in. Because a lot of this is really negative. But you can't give in to the negative. And I got to tell y'all, today was really gosh damn hard not to give in to the negative, which is why we're talking about 7 ways to support a loved one who has a chronic illness. Number 1, check in. Look, we withdraw because we don't want to be whiny. We withdraw because we don't want to burden you. If you reach out, it lets us know that we're not forgotten. It lets us know that you care about us, and that you love us, and that our health issues are irrelevant. And that might sound silly to someone who's healthy, but when you're dealing with this crap, it's impossible for your health issues not to be forefront. Be dealing with them 24/7, 360. But when you reach out, hey, I haven't heard from you in a while, Court, how you doing? That lets me know that you're thinking about me. That lets me know that you haven't forgotten about me. It lets me feel like a human being. Number 2, listen. Don't judge. You don't understand. We don't expect you to understand. But what's the saying? God gave you 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason. Shut this. Open these. Open your heart. And just listen. And for the love of humanity, do not tell somebody who has chronic pain, well, everybody hurts sometimes. Well, no shit. We understand that. We know that. But there is a very big difference between you hurting once in a while and us hurting all the freaking time. It's not the same. And I always assume people mean the best. I always assume when someone says something like that to me, as inelegant as it is, I assume that you're trying to build a bridge of understanding, but you're not. All you're doing, frankly, you're pissing me off. You're telling me that, well, my occasional aches and pains are exactly the same as your 24-hour aches and pains, and they're not. Don't offer unsolicited advice. You would feel better if you just fill in the blank. Well, you know what? I don't give a gosh damn if you're talking about exercise, nutrition, meditation. I don't care what you're talking about. We've had this conversation with our medical team. We don't need you to weigh in on this. Your responsibility, frankly, as someone who loves us, is to just be supportive and keep your freaking mouth shut. And I know I sound kind of bitchy, but don't offer unsolicited advice. You have no freaking idea what we deal with every day. And this stuff is hard to talk about, even with other people who have similar situations, other people who can understand what we're going through. I can't tell you how many times it just blows my mind. How many times people that I've interacted with on social media for years, out of nowhere, they'll message me, hey, when you said this, that, or the other, it really resonated because I have insert chronic illness here. And it's like, I didn't know how have I known you this long? And I had no idea, because I don't talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to discuss it. This shit is hard to talk about, even with somebody who's in a similar situation, who understands what we're going through. So, one of my best friends a couple weeks ago, she got really mad at me, and she's like, Damn it, quit telling me you're okay when I know you're not. I'm asking you how you're doing because I want to know. And she did want to know. I know. I mean, she loves me. She genuinely wants to know how I'm doing. But when we tell you that we're fine, it's not because we're being dismissive of you. It's because we are fine. It's because we have to be fine. It's because we don't want to talk about it. I told her, I said, I appreciate that. But if I have to focus on it enough to explain it to you, I'm focusing on it way too much. I don't need to focus on it that much. I try really hard to put it all in the back of my head. And I think most other people in my situation try to do the same thing. We just want to put it out of our minds. We just want to set it aside and get on with our lives. So don't take it personally. It's not personal. It's not. Number 3, roll with the punches. Yes, we know. It's freaking annoying when we cancel plans again. It's not about you. It's not about the plans. Don't read something into this that's not there. You know what? If you really care about someone who struggles with chronic illness / chronic pain, and they tell you, look, I'm sorry, I can't do this tonight. I can't. Instead of I'm trying to be kind here. Instead of being selfish and making it about you and how dare you cancel on me, why don't you instead say, God, you know what? I'm so sorry that you're not feeling good. How about, I'll tell you what do you want to eat? I'll go pick up your favorite meal and I'll come over and we'll just hang out. And go over and hang out and watch a movie, watch something on Netflix and chill without the chill. But just be a low maintenance guest. You have no idea how incredibly significant such a tiny little act can be to somebody in my situation. You got to roll with the punches. It's not about you. Sorry to break it to you, but it's not about you at all. Number 4, educate yourself. Now, I'm not telling you got to go out and be a fibromyalgia expert. I'm not telling you to go be a Hashimoto's expert. But for goodness sakes, are you really so important that you can't take 60 seconds to Google your friend, your loved one's situation? Hey, what's up with Hashimoto's? What's up with fibromyalgia? What's up with lupus? What's up with Lyme disease? Just look over the information. Take 60 freaking seconds out of your day. Learn the basics. If all else fails, ask. I would far rather you came to me and said, okay, I don't understand this. What's going on with you? Instead of you sitting there going, oh my God, she calls in sick all the time and she does this, that, and the other all the time. What the hell's her problem? Just come and freaking ask me. I'll tell you what my problem is. I vastly prefer the direct approach. And I think most people in my situation feel the same way. 5, do not attend the pity party. Yeah, you bet your ass I feel sorry for myself sometimes. Of course I do. Of course I do. I don't need you to join in. I need you to encourage me. I need you to say, hey, you know what? I'm sorry you're having a bad day, but things will get better tomorrow. Because truly, that's how I view my life. If today's a crappy day and today was a pretty crappy day, I expect tomorrow to be better. And if tomorrow's not better, you know what? Honestly, truly, I expect Wednesday to be better. This too shall pass. But don't attend the freaking pity party. We don't need you to. Number 6, don't become the enforcer. You know what? You bet your ass. Sometimes I indulge in bad habits that absolutely do not serve my purpose. But I know they're bad habits that don't serve my purpose. I don't need you to tell me that. I don't need you to say, oh my God, you should not eat that. You should not drink that. If you do this, that, or the other, you're going to feel this way. I know. Okay. We all know. We are so much more aware of this than you will ever be. It's not your role to be our conscience. What we need from you is for you to be supportive and not judgmental. Now, granted, if you see us doing the same English is my first language, the same stupid shit over and over and over, and it's not serving our purpose, I know that can be really frustrating for you. But again, it's not your responsibility. It's not your role. It's not your place to be our conscience. If you care about us, you might say, hey, dumbass, when you do this, that, or the other over and over and over, it makes you feel terrible. Why are you doing this? That's fine. But it's not your job to be. It's not your responsibility. Your role is to be supported. Again, English is my first language. Your role is to be supportive, not judgmental. And there are a lot of times when I know that what I'm about to do, if I want to go out with my girlfriends, for example, and have a bacon burger and a couple of cocktails, and I know it's going to make me feel like crap, because it does. I don't need you to, well, you shouldn't do this. Well, I know I shouldn't do that. But you know what? I get so tired of walking the tightrope. I get so tired of worrying about every gosh damn thing that I do. And sometimes I just want to say to hell with it and go out and have a cheeseburger and fries and a few cocktails and not worry about it. Don't be judgmental because you don't understand. Finally, accept us. Things have changed. We are so aware that we can't do the things that we used to be able to do, that we can't even do the things we want to do. But you know what we don't need? We don't need you to tell us, well, you used to be able to do this, that, or the other. Well, no shit. We know that. We know that. I don't need you to tell me that. I am so much more aware of that. Everybody in my situation is so much more aware of that than you can ever possibly be. And when you say those things to us, it's really painful. You all need to understand that chronic, it's so funny because people will ask me sometimes, well, are you never going to feel better? Well, I have good days, I have bad days, but the whole point of chronic, it's chronic. It's not going anywhere. This is my life. Now, I make the best of it. I'm very good at making the best of it. But this is my normal. Feeling like, I hate to be this sounds so negative and I hate to go there, but feeling like shit, that's my normal. The ubiquitous they say that a good day for somebody like me is like you having the flu body aches. Well, how productive were you the last time you had the flu body aches? But you know what? I felt like absolute crap today. And so far, the day is not over. Let's see, I've got, oh, whoops. Damn Fitbit. I have 14,000 steps in. I danced for right about an hour. Today's choreography was right about an hour. I have 14,000 steps in. I went out and went for a walk twice today. I am very active because I choose to be. We just need you to accept us. We just need you to accept us. Things have changed. We can't do the things that we used to do. We can't do the things that we want to do. We know this. We are so much more aware of this than you will ever be. And we don't need you to judge us. We don't need you to critique us. We just need you to accept us for where we are. And you know what? For the record, y'all ain't freaking perfect either. Don't remind us of how things used to be, because those days are gone. They're over. They ain't ever coming back. It doesn't matter how bad you wish. Oh my God, my wife used to keep the house immaculate and she doesn't anymore. No, she doesn't, because she can't. Get over it. My husband used to do this, that, or the other, and he doesn't anymore. No, he doesn't. He can't. Get over it. Y'all need to accept us for where we are. And, you know, I've been dealing with this shit for a really long time. And I've met a lot of men and women who are dealing with similar situations. And every single one of us, with a few notable exceptions, but you know what? We do the best that we can. The biggest line of bullshit that we sell people in our society is, well, you can have it all. No, you can't. I don't give a damn how healthy you are. You still have to make trade-offs. You still have to make choices. Everything in our lives is a trade-off. If I do this, I cannot do that. It's just more apparent when you have health issues. Anyway, I'm ranting, I'm raving, so I'm going to go. By the way, aren't my nails cute? I found a really good nail girl here in Texas. I don't know if y'all can see those very well. But it was funny because I went in before I went back to Alaska last week, which is why I haven't been on. And I was like, Britt, I'm sorry, but all I keep finding is animal prints. And she's like, no, because I did 2 animal prints or I did 2 leopard prints in a row. And she's like, no, I'm not doing it. And I was like, but oh my God, this is so cute. She goes, yeah, it is. And we can do that down the road, but I'm not doing another leopard print. So I was like, zebra? She said no. So we compromised on the polka dots, and I really love them. I think they're super cute. I'm very happy with them. I wanted more pink. I wanted the accent nail to be black with pink, but she was right. I think the black and the pink are really cute. Anyway, I'm babbling. I hope y'all have a great night. Look, if you're dealing with health issues and you don't know where the hell to turn, you don't know what to do, drop me a line. I try to be very responsive. And look, I've been dealing with this crap for a really long time. And I'm known as somebody who has a positive attitude. And I used to be severely depressed and really negative. But I figured out how to maneuver, how to navigate most of this. I'm trying to be polite, not cuss a lot, but most of this shit. And I know I can help you. So if you're struggling or you know somebody who is, drop me a line either on Facebook or Twitter. I try to be very responsive, and I know I can help you. I hope you'll have a great evening. I will be back Wednesday at 7 o'clock Central. Thank you.